Today we're going to be talking about Arsenal bottling the league, can anyone stop Man City, the racism Vinicius Jr. has faced, IPL salary cap, and other bits of culture. What's happening, people? Welcome to another episode of the Everything 9000 podcast.
Are you sure you don't need another prompter to look at the topic list and stuff, yeah?
Do you know what it is? It's been a while since we've done a roundup. Yeah. What do you want to do? Should we cover the football bits first?
100%.
100%, yeah.
Let's dig into Arsenal.
Okay, listen. Have they bottled the league or have they exceeded expectations?
They've bottled. The biggest... you cannot... Look, you're telling me a team that was 12 points ahead, right? At one point, they were 12 points ahead of Man City.
They weren't 12.
They were. At one point...
That must have been with 2 games in hand.
1 or 2 games in hand, but still a lot of points. And then for Man City to win the league with 3 games to go. Not even like they didn't win it on the last day of the season. They won it with 3 games to go. They've still got 3 games to play and they won it.
I think the key period was when they drew to West Ham, when they drew to what other team was it?
Liverpool, and then they just it wasn't even the key period. It was just they just bottled it. I have no other words other than bottling it, and I'm actually really for me it's split because I hate Arsenal fans. They are literally the worst fans in the country, right? So I'm really happy.
After Liverpool, I agree. After Liverpool fans, Arsenal fans are the worst.
No, come on, they've got about 1,000 like fan TV channels and stuff. They air like honestly, they were like, oh
yeah, they're a really bad fan base. But I feel like Liverpool's fan base is just really delusional.
Oh, come on, mate. I'm not going to get into this shit.
Camera shot, by the way. Fuck that off.
My baklava. It is in the camera shot now. But yeah, Arsenal fans are the worst. But then I really wanted Arsenal to win the league. 1, because I do like Arteta. 2, I just didn't want Man City to win again. Like, I think it's just pointless. City just go and drop 100 million on a new player every year, carry on winning the league like that. This is not fair.
Well, they got Haaland for 50 million.
Yeah, on paper 50 million, yes.
Right.
To buy Dortmund, 50 million paid, yeah. But then what about the 27 million they paid to his dad? About tens of millions they've paid to his agents, I don't know. Is it 27 or 20 million they paid to his dad or something like that? All those under the table payments, you'd think Haaland really came for 50 million pounds. When there's already like misconduct and stuff like proceedings against investigation. Sorry?
He smashed it though.
Oh yeah.
50 goals in a season. In the
50 plus, yeah.
You know, when you played the majority of
the
Premier
League. And the worst thing is like him, he's such a he knows where to be. It's not even like he's exceptional, like the goals he scores are exceptional. Like of those 50 goals, like probably about 43 of them are tap-ins. Because that's just the chances that City create, right? You've got De Bruyne, you've got Grealish.
Him and De Bruyne is a cheat code.
Yeah, it is a cheat code
for the league. My question is, right, who's, Sky Sports, everyone's talking about this. This is the question, right? Who's catching Man City next year?
I think Liverpool will. If you look at our seasons, I'm telling you, if you look at our seasons, the last few years, what we've had is we've had foot on the gas for 2 or 3 seasons, absolutely, and then we drop out for a season and then go back again. Right? Liverpool, you can't...
I think it's different this time, though. I think there's only a certain number of times you can do that.
No, but...
I think you have a very aged squad. I think it depends on if you can get 2 or 3 solid midfielders in.
Yeah, 100%. I think the clear out that we have in the midfield, like, that's going to help. Like, Ox, it was just dead wood there. Like, Naby Keita... Milner was creaking wood. He was a liability every time he came on the pitch. Like, he used to bring him on defense, like, for defensive work towards the end of a game. But the amount of free kicks he gave away... The whole season, the amount of them, honestly, it was frustrating watching him play. So I'm glad that he's gone. I'm really, really sad about Bellingham. I don't think we want to get him.
He's going to Real Madrid.
Yeah, I think
rightly so. I think if he wants to win the Ballon d'Or, if he wants to win Champions Leagues, he needs to be at Real Madrid. I know, but then, is that not a bit of a dying league, though? No.
I think the Liga is.
No.
I think it is.
It's not a dying league. You've had Atletico Madrid win, You've got all sorts of surprises in there, arguably more so than the Premier League.
Nah.
Premier League, 5 of the last 7.
I think La Liga...
5 of the last 7 or 6 of the last 7?
I don't know, but then
5 of the last 7. City's win.
Right. What I'm trying to say is, like, I think in terms of, like, just its prestige, I'm on about La Liga's, not just in, like, in terms of, like, who's winning the league and stuff. I'm about, like, its prestige of the players that's going there, right? It feels like the trends it's following is a little bit that of the Italian league. You know, how it kind of slowly went down and down and down.
Right.
I feel like La Liga's heading that way.
I don't think so, because you've just got 2 of the biggest teams in the world there.
Yeah.
That glamour, that pull of a Barcelona, of a Real Madrid. The players see that as a pinnacle.
Yeah, but then I think... But would he not reach the pinnacle too soon then? He's 19 years old.
Doesn't matter.
Would he not want to like come to Liverpool, perhaps prove himself in the Premier League?
Waste years. When players are on their game, they know in their head that.
To be honest, like Real Madrid, in 4 years' time, you know, you could be on the down,
and he could be learning the ropes from the likes of Modric, Kroos. Yeah, he's got ballers aside him like Camavinga, Tchouaméni. Solid. That midfield will be like the midfield for a decade. You know,
I get that, but I think also you got to look at a player for a 19-year-old. You know, one thing like you got to say with Bellingham, that's like not compared. Like you can't say the head that he's got on his shoulders is wise beyond his years. He's followed a path that which other players wouldn't have. Yeah. For example, he didn't go for the money, he didn't go for the glamour. He went where he could progress and where he could grow. And credit to his parents and agent for that too, you know, because they kept him grounded. I think there's been so many reports he's been offered millions and millions elsewhere, United being one of them. United courted him hard, man. Fergie came down, gave him a proper And I think it came down to Liverpool, Real Madrid, and then possibly City. And I think we could have... Real Madrid, I think what City Liverpool just don't spend, man. Yeah. That's the thing, and we do have the money to spend because we won all those competitions. Well, you can't say our revenue stream isn't good enough to be able to spend, because Real Madrid are not paying him millions and millions like a week, right? The pull with Real Madrid is literally because it's Real Madrid. It's not because they're offering him more money than us. Yeah, exactly. Right? If we can offer a Salah big contract as well, I think Bellingham would have deserved it, but it would have slightly perhaps thrown off the kind of the harmony in the changing room, because if you've got a 19-year-old on like 250, 300k, but he's a baller. He's a baller. He is a baller. One thing that Liverpool have, what other clubs possibly don't have, is like the harmony in the changing room, where I think, I don't know, from the outside, it seems all settled. Like, it doesn't seem anybody's upset. The only person who kicked up a fuss was Mo Salah when he wanted a new contract. And Mane and him were having a few... Yeah, and then I think, he got rid of Mane, but that's a different story. But I'm on about like in terms of like team harmony. For example, if you look at PSG, right? That team is not a team. It's just individuals. Whereas Liverpool's, it feels like a proper team. And even United, when Ronaldo was there and all those players, they're all individuals. That we'll get onto United. Sorry? We'll get onto United. But I'm just saying, so I feel like, okay... You've got a few apologies to issue, like Jamie Carragher has done recently, regarding United. But we'll get there, don't we? But yeah, we were talking about Arsenal bottling. Okay, who's a bigger bottle job this season, Tottenham or Arsenal? Who has lost more? Arsenal. Yeah. Arsenal's the bigger bottle job, but obviously don't disregard Chelsea. The fuck is going on at Chelsea? Are they 13th? 12th, yeah. And then they got, I think if United... 600 million spent on that squad. He's probably going to have to get rid most of Todd Bowley's apparently taken a step back from duties. Oh yeah, he has to. He has to. Would you put down that season down to Todd Bowley being too involved? Look, it's when you've got someone like Roman Abramovich who run a tight-knit operation. He's gone. Yeah, there's always a downfall after it, but it's that's what Todd Bowley was trying to do. Todd Bowley was running a tight knit competition. But what I'm asking you is, do you think it's down? Is it because of Todd Bowley's involvement that you think that the club did so bad this season that he needs to step back, because he obviously knows nothing about football? Yeah, he knows nothing, right? But he was obviously too involved in the transfer strategy. Yeah, exactly. Leave that to the manager. And he was paying what, like 62 for Cucurella, absolute flop. Mudryk flop. I wouldn't say Mudryk is a flop. Did you watch the game last night? No, I think he's got something there. No, but he's been a flop, like a massive flop. But I think Mudryk is one that could pay off. Let's see. But you know, do you think Pochettino, who's coming in, he'll turn them around? Yeah, I think Pochettino plays a good style of football and stuff. I'm not convinced, man. I think he never won anything. Well, yeah, he's won in the Farmers League, but that's different. And even there, he failed to win anything. Yeah. No, I think he did well with Tottenham. He did really well with Tottenham. He did an amazing job with Southampton, right? It's all irrelevant though. It is. It builds up, but then at some point you start delivering trophies. Even Chelsea, they may not... I don't know if they'll win anything next season. They'll need something to build because they've had such a bad season. Like, they signed Raheem Sterling, but you probably didn't even know he existed. Scored six goals, and he was their second highest scorer in the league. And then, you know, your highest scorer in the league, highest scorer in the season, having 7 goals in the whole season. That's shambolic, man. Is it? It is. But to be honest, I was watching the game against United. Is it Kai Havertz? That's 7, yeah. Havertz 7, I think, and then it's 36. Yeah. That's shambles. But okay, fuck Chelsea. Yeah, let's get back. We've done Arsenal. Arsenal, look, they know what's up. Yeah. City, we've talked about it a bit. Are they going to win their 4th league in a row? Oh, next season. I hope not.
But really, can you see anyone stopping them? Really? Really, truly? I know your Liverpool delusion gets in the way sometimes.
I don't know. I think Liverpool will.
It's just your Liverpool delusion, man. You do the same thing every time. You just
I think Liverpool will, because if you saw us the way we've been playing, now it's picking. Look, you have to say one thing, okay, yeah. Last season, right, and I'm not making excuses, but last season, imagine playing every single game that you possibly can play in a season. We did that. Can you like comprehend what that is?
Loads of teams play a lot of games, man.
No, yeah, they play a lot of games, but not every single game that can be played in that season. You play every single one of those games. And every single one of those games, you take it right to the end. We went to the Champions League final, that was a heartbreak. Even like with the league, where last year the season, right? Halftime, we're winning the league, right? And then like 20 minutes later, we haven't won the league. Can you imagine
No, I remember it. I was with you.
No, I know. But okay, jokes aside for 1 second, but can you imagine the mental...
I'm joking. I just
No, I'm being serious here.
I'm being serious too.
Right.
I can't help if there's a smile on my face, but I'm being serious.
No, but can you imagine the mental toll it would take on players? But but come on, just imagine that.
No, of course it would.
You're in the 4 trophies.
But what's to say that toll, what's going to change?
Because it's mental exhaustion, and we're not City where we go and drop 100 million on a player and then bring them in. We're not that team, right? What we do is build a team. They play their hearts out.
I think you'll be top 4 next season. I don't think you'll be challenging for the league.
Oh, I think we will.
I don't think you'll be challenging for the league.
As long as Klopp's at Liverpool, we'll always challenge for the league.
Like you did. Well, not really. You've won 1 and you challenged for about 3 in 7 years.
Come on.
Come on, what? Is that not facts? You've won 1 league,
yeah,
and in total you've challenged for 3 Premier Leagues. So the 2 seasons that you came close with the other 2. In 7 years, 8 years, he's been there 8 years, right? You've won 1 Premier League. I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself because it doesn't seem to be registering with you. You've won 1 Premier League, and you've challenged for 3 Premier Leagues. And in between, you've had a shit show of a season all the time. 6th, 5th, whatever, bollocks.
Yeah.
Complete shambles. Like, you're the only team that kills it, and then it's like you're doing a Chelsea, but just not as bad.
Yeah, but then what I'm trying to say is, it's like we're not City.
So I don't.
This is where, like,
I don't know now if you're going to have a great season.
Nah, but you guys.
For me, I think
what I don't understand. What I don't understand.
Let me say this point. I think you've had that now, where fucking Klopp, Klopp ball, press, full throttle, heavy metal football. Yeah, let's do it. You've had that now. You've had that. You have a great season, you burn out, you have a shit show, you finish about 5th.
So that means...
And then you push again. Okay, you win 1 league. And then next year, for no reason, you do absolute shit, right? Then you push again, you have 3-4 heartbreaks, and when you're on for winning the quadruple or whatever, you have a fucking quad heartbreak. And then you come crashing down again. Now, I don't think you've got it back in you to go back up there heavy metal again. I think all of that was just hit and miss. Now you're going to see where you really are, which is about 3rd, 4th.
Right. No, that's a cute analysis. We'll come back to it this time next year.
We will come back to it.
Yeah,
we will come back to it, because I think you have to just use your brain sometimes. It's not just all heart. Yeah, fucking let's play football, lads. Yeah. Come on, Stevie G's a legend.
That's why most United fans are like asleep at Old Trafford. Yeah. I get that.
If you want to talk about United, let's talk about United. I was watching Sky Sports, and Jamie Carragher full on issued an apology. Full on. He was like, look, he ate his own words and said, look, guys, I'm apologising. He was talking about Martinez, how he was too small, he can't defend. His own words were, he's a warrior. Yeah, I'm sorry, he's a great defender. What's your take on this?
If that's Jamie Carragher's opinion, that's Jamie Carragher's opinion.
Right, and what's yours?
Mine is that United are shite, and it will become apparent next season.
So we're on course to finish 3rd in the season.
Right.
3rd in the league. We've got 1 trophy in the bag, and we're in the FA Cup final.
Yeah, I mean,
No. We're in the FA Cup final, and this is Ten Hag's first full season.
Yeah, I know.
What's your honest thoughts on
That's
Ten Hag?
That's what they all do. Managers come in, they do well for the first full season. Ole did well first full season, mate. Mourinho did well first full season, mate, but it's going to come crashing down. Don't worry. The frailties are there. The frailties are there, United, because they almost didn't make top 4. They fumbled a bit. When they got that drubbing by Liverpool,
we had
when they got that drop, you were winning like.
Well, look, I knew you were going to bring up that.
But can I?
Because that is your only highlight of the season.
No.
Go on.
Listen, pre that game, Liverpool, right? Pre the Liverpool game, you were doing well. Actually, you were like unbeaten in 10, 12, whatever.
What it is, our home record, we're still unbeaten.
Right. Oh, that's cute.
We're still unbeaten for like a massive run. It's our away record.
Yeah. But then the moment that Liverpool give you that absolute hammering, you guys fumbled hard, man.
I mean, we're going to finish third, so it's not a fumble.
Yeah, you're going to finish third. And then I remember in February, most United fans were talking about quadruple. That was really cute talk. Really cute talk.
Right. But
yeah. How did that work out for you guys?
Yeah.
The quad?
Right.
Eh?
Yeah.
No, can I just ask you?
Yeah. I don't think any United fan was serious talking about a quadruple.
All of the United fans
were
like...
It was a joke.
It was a bloody joke.
And talking back to Liverpool.
It was a bloody joke, mate. But you guys didn't know that at the time. We knew it was a joke.
Look.
But you did.
That's your thoughts on United, yeah? Mm-hmm. I just want them recorded on air. That's fine. Yeah. We'll be in the Champions League. Enjoy your Europa League nights.
Right. No,
enjoy them.
You won't be there long.
Just enjoy them.
Right.
Just enjoy them, yeah? Right, now, let's talk about some serious shit, man. We've done all our fun, chatty shitty, right? Let's have some serious talk now. Vinicius Jr. Did you see what happened?
I've been reading about it, but I didn't actually watch any clips or anything.
Yeah, so it was just, they were at Valencia, away.
Yeah.
Playing, and the whole stadium just starts, saying monkey chants, etc. The word, which for monkey in Spain is mono, right? Loads of people have come out saying it's referees, league representatives, Valencia, just loads of people have come out. The amount of people that are just trying to support that Vinicius wasn't racially abused, especially from Spain in La Liga, is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, the official.
They're saying no. The chants weren't mono; they were tonto. Tonto is the word for shit. So they're trying to cover it up, but it's not. They weren't saying tonto; they were saying mono. Right, you can watch the video for yourself. You can see the lips moving. There's a complete difference in how mono is said and tonto is said. Right, this is the fifth time I think Vinicius himself has been subjected to racism. Yeah, Lukaku had it earlier, but that was Serie A. Who else has had it? Loads of people have had it, man.
These leagues and stuff, they're not serious about it. They're not. Even the Premier League, any league is not serious about it.
Valencia themselves issued an apology, right? But there were journalists trying to defend that the Valencian fans weren't being racist. But the club Valencia itself issued an apology.
No, but
then you've still got the league, you've still got journalists in Spain defending that wasn't racism.
Yeah, I mean,
so how do you? What the fuck?
It's a shit show because clearly there is racism, but all those journalists that are calling it or officials, the racism is deep rooted within that country, right? If you've got officials, if you've got La Liga saying. Imagine that, some player being racially abused, right? Or for example, imagine after Euro 2020 when all those England players were racially abused. Imagine the FA coming out and say, "Well, I don't know if it was racial or not," right? The first hurdle, to come with,
and imagine the impact that has on England players,
yeah,
and how they would want to play for the national team.
But then I still don't get why would these players want to go in La Liga and play there? If this how is La Liga meant to attract top talent from Brazil, right? Top talent from around the world if racism is so open and La Liga is doing nothing about it.
Because I thought Serie A was the worst.
Yeah, I thought Serie A would be the worst.
I did not expect coming out and
even Valencia. I don't think their apology was wholehearted and stuff because they were fined. Is it for how much they were fined? A few thousand, just short of £100,000, I think. I can't remember exactly how much. I think it was.
Is the punishment enough now? Yeah.
Oh no! It was
should it not be that?
Oh no!
The fans are. They're giving a stadium ban for 2 or 3 games.
No, so I think what they've done.
No, but that's what should happen. Is what I'm saying.
So what La Liga's done is in terms of punishment is closed one section of the for one of the games. So they're going to close one section of the stadium for one of the games and then fine them 45k. But that's nowhere near enough. And then I think Valencia kind of appealing that too as well.
Right.
So the first hurdle they have to cross in terms of dealing with racism is first accepting that racism exists. But if you're not willing to accept that, if you're not recognizing the problem, then it's not going to get sorted anytime soon. And it's going to remain there.
On the other hand, you've had people like Ivan Toney who've been banned for betting in dubious grey areas been banned for 8 months.
Yeah.
Can't even train, can't go to the facilities for nothing.
Yeah.
So we take stuff like betting, gambling, that seriously, right?
No, but that stuff is serious, but I'm not
It
saying...
is serious, no,
yeah.
but then why do we not hold that same message with racism?
Yeah, but then I think the only way to deal with that, because clubs can say, well, it's our fans, they're not in our control. I think if you really find the clubs, the only thing that will stop fans is not the club getting fined, right? It's not closing the stadium. What will stop fans from doing this sort of behaviour is if you dock points from teams in the league.
Yeah.
Right? It may seem harsh to the team itself, but that's the only
I think
thing.
that is too harsh though.
I don't think it is.
Because why should the players
it's
suffer for what?
No, because...
Just a random Tom, Dick and Harry in the stadium?
No, it's not a random Tom, Dick and Harry. It's almost a whole stand chanting those. Right?
You can go into all sorts of areas there. You could get rival fans going into stadiums, shouting chants.
But then
I think you go into a whole other world.
No. I think that's the only way to stop. Racism is very serious. It's very, very serious. It should not exist in the stands at all. Right? And the only way to stop a very serious thing is a very serious action. And it can't get more serious than talking.
For me, you've got all these cameras, right? Can you not just take pictures of these people? Clearly find out from the database who they are.
No, but then
ban certain people.
If you're taking away 3 points, if you're taking away 5 points, fans will know, okay, shit, we could get relegated or we could lose out in this spot. They know to behave. Honestly, that's the only... Can you tell me one more thing that could stop fans from being racist? Okay, you stopped one player. Okay, you caught this guy being racist, you stop him. But then there's 10 other guys that haven't been caught yet. They're going to be racist the next game.
But then this is where funding comes in. Like, if racism is
honestly,
a serious issue as you're saying, put funding there, put cameras on there.
Right. And
maybe stage it then, yeah?
The only way to deal with it is either the players walk off and the game's cancelled, or the kind of the team in the wrong gets dropped points. That's the only way it's going to stop. Only way. There's no other way. Literally, there isn't.
I don't think it's the only way. But yeah,
it is.
Serious issue. I feel bad for Vinicius, man. Because the thing is, he's actually killing it.
He's a cunt, but yeah, I feel bad.
Why is he a cunt?
I just don't like any of the Real Madrid players.
That is really harsh. Why?
Just don't like any of the Real Madrid players.
Why?
They're all assholes.
No, but he is like on top of his game. He's a top player.
He's a very top player.
I think it's harsh to call him a
Benzema's a cunt. The only... Yeah, Modric is a cunt. All of them are.
Modric isn't. Modric is a great human being and a top player. I think you need to chill out.
All the Real Madrid players dislike him very strongly.
Well, sticking on sports here, I saw an article which was really interesting actually, and it's basically talk of like how the IPL has a salary cap.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh yeah, they do.
They have a salary cap, and apparently,
what's the cap?
Well, I'll get there. The IPL players are actually paid the worst of all other sports teams, right?
In comparison,
apart from the few that go for like the headline grabbing record fees, like we know Ben Stokes has gone for like $2 million. Let's not forget it's a 6-week tournament. So whatever money we're talking about, this is just for 6 weeks. So you can't compare
6 weeks work, yeah.
6 weeks work, yeah. You can't compare that to like football where it's for a season or a year or several years, whatever. But it was the Telegraph that reported this. They reported that 18% of team revenue goes to the salary for the team, right? Now, if you compare that to other teams, other areas, you've got, for the NBA, at least half of the revenue of the team, so 50% is given to the team for the salary. For the English Premier League, it's 71% of revenue made. So 18% in comparison for the IPL. I think that's fucked.
I don't know if it is in that sense, because if you look at it, as you said, it's a 6-week competition, right? You're comparing football Premier League. Those contracts run for years. Those contracts are signed for like 4 years, and then throughout the year, you have to pay the player every single month.
I think we're actually looking at it on an annual basis, though.
No. But imagine you sign in football in Premier League. You are paying the player every single month for the duration of the contract.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Regardless whether they play or not,
yeah.
The season goes on for like 8 months out of the 12, but you still play the players for the other 4 months, right? With the IPL, and so same with the thing in America. Which thing did you say?
Oh, the NBA.
NBA on that.
Basketball.
Yeah, exactly. Again, you are paying players every single month.
Right.
Right? IPL, it's a short, like you could have a contract for like Virat Kohli could have a contract with the RCB
for
like 6 years or whatever.
Exactly.
Right? But
so that's what I was going to say.
But they're not paid
because every team has at least 4 players
they retain.
That is their that's their core, right? So Kohli for Bangalore, Dhoni with CSK. Yeah.
But
these players are going to be there.
But I don't think they get paid every single month throughout the year. They get paid for that concentrated period of 6 weeks, I think. Right?
No, but those 6 weeks, let's not downgrade it. It's 6 weeks, but it's a season of IPL cricket. And the IPL is the biggest franchise cricket in the world.
It is. But what I'm trying to say is because it's so small.
No, I know the time frame is small.
Right.
But the stakes aren't small.
The stakes aren't small. But then, for example, look, you're paying let's say that's the highest is 2 million. What does on average a player get?
Like 30 grand. Some Australian players I'm talking about. This is 30,000 US dollar, American dollar, Australian dollars.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck that is in pounds. So just check it quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, but then
Australian dollars to pounds. And let's go, I think it was about 30,000. That's like £16,000.
Right.
That's shit.
It is shit by 16,000. But you have to realise cricket isn't as cash rich.
No, the IPL is cash rich.
Oh yeah, it is cash rich. But
cash rich. Or, every team has about 6 sponsors now. Have you seen their tops?
Yeah.
Money, IPL is a money maker.
So what you're saying is that the money income it has, it should more...
The team revenue? Yeah, that's team revenue.
Yeah.
Look at every single stadium is packed to the brim. Yeah, that's team revenue.
And then they've got merchandise,
all these sponsors.
You know what's mad?
The players do an interview and the board at the back has about 20 things.
No, but then also
if someone hits a 6, it's a carbon Kamal 6 or whatever. Everything is rinsed.
Yeah,
every single element of the IPL is rinsed.
Even the first catch, active live catch.
Yeah,
they have to say the sponsor's name.
You have to say the sponsor's name.
It's so actually
you can't tell me there's not money there.
Yeah, when you watch the IPL, they've monetized the tiniest of things.
Yeah,
it's actually, in a way, genius the way they've monetized the first catch, right? That's a different sponsor. If somebody's got caught out, if somebody's been bowled out, Khata Kholo, open your account. It's like some bank sponsoring that open your account, right?
Yeah.
You've opened an account of taking the wickets and stuff.
Yeah.
It's actually mad the way they've monetized every single little item in there. So the money is there, but then, I guess if it's only 18% goes to the players, most of it, goes into the back pockets of the dodgy investors and all that, right?
See, this is the thing with India.
Yeah.
Anything you do in India, there's always, if you're trying to deal with one person, that one person will make sure you deal with 2 other people.
Yeah.
So that's 2 other people whose pockets are getting filled. And until you've filled their pockets, you won't get the thing done with you.
Yeah.
Right? So this is the problem with India.
I mean, I think it seems good in the sense that, I'll play, because one of the biggest problems that we have in England in the Premier League is it's saying players take all the money, right? For example, that's the biggest...
But if it weren't for the players, there wouldn't be a league.
Exactly, it's not for the players, there wouldn't be a league. But then, that's the biggest outcry. But yeah, that does seem fucked. 18%, when you think about how much money that comes in, and only 18% goes to the players who actually put it all on.
Yeah.
I can see the good thing and also the bad thing, but I don't know.
Well, you've had the likes of...
the good thing about it is it's not out of controlling. You know how in the Premier League a player will say, okay, I want £400,000 or I won't play.
So it doesn't give arbitrary control to the players.
Yeah.
This is something... I saw a Michael Jordan interview. This is an old interview, right? But Michael Jordan talked about, in his day it was different. You had to earn your money, right? You had to earn your big contracts.
Yeah.
Whereas nowadays, if you take the NBA, for an example, if someone is signed for, X million pounds, once they're signed and they've got that 4-year deal, doesn't matter if they're getting 5 points a game, they're shit, they're on the bench, they're not performing for the team, they will get that money regardless.
Exactly, yeah.
Regardless. Whereas someone who's out there giving his heart, scoring 40 points a game, they're chasing the contract. But once you get the contract, it's not there. So maybe it's a good thing that they're not giving dirty money, here's your money, go out. Apart from obviously the likes of Kohli. Well, let's not forget Kohli is in the top 10 richest sports figures in the world. Period.
Yeah.
Talking all sports. Right? So, when it comes... But he's professional enough to get that money and still have that drive and play. Right? But...
And I think especially for younger players as well, you've got to be careful. Because, one thing... There are many, many faults with IPL, but one thing I will credit it for is the way it brings out players that would otherwise never get discovered. Right?
They just get seen at nets. A coach sees him, actually, who's that? Let me see.
Yeah. And they get thrown into nets.
But there has been a concern that everyone in India now just wants to play IPL because of the money.
Yeah.
They don't want to play Test cricket, which is obviously the holy grail of cricket.
Yeah, but I think if there's a few players that came through the IPL into the Indian team. Surya Kumar Yadav, yeah, he's the biggest one.
There's been loads.
Hardik Pandya's brother, he's played for India. He came through the IPL as well. Got noticed through that. There's a few other players. I think the chance it gives Indian, and the focus is mainly on Indian players, right? You've got Arshdeep Singh coming through again through the IPL and all that stuff, right? Okay, yeah. It gives players that, the biggest one I would say right now that's popping is Yashvi Jaiswal. That cricketer.
Yeah.
Killing it. You can see him putting an India jersey on next year or even later this year. You wouldn't put it past him, right? But I think in a way, it is good that these players that are coming through, that they're not overpaid. For example, the biggest problem we have with the Premier League, you have like an 18-year-old who is exceptionally performing well, and then the first thing the agent will do, start quoting other clubs saying, look, gives a bigger contract, and that kind of hinders their progression. So I think if you've got a salary cap and it's sensible, you keep the players grounded, I think it is sensible in that thing. But the other like 78%, like it's just going to corruption, black money, isn't it?
Because it's India.
Yeah. Not only because it's India, because it's the IPL. The way it's set up is set up to make money for dodgy people, right? If you think about Lalit Modi, who was one of the founders of IPL, he was banned in 2013 for life from cricket because of, I think, what was it? Misconduct and indiscipline. But what does that even mean? It could mean all sorts of corruption charges and all that. Look, if you look at the teams that are kind of been banned, to be honest, I'd stopped watching the IPL for years. This year was the first time I watched the IPL. Like this season, I watched it in like probably about 7-8 years.
It does get a bit too much because I've been on and off. I've not watched it for a good 4 or 5 years now.
But I've
tuned in a bit this year.
I tuned in this year, yeah.
Because it's Punjab's, yeah.
It was meant to be Punjab's, but it never is. I heard you spent the day with Steel Banglez the other day.
Yeah, so he's in Brom. He was in Brom. I've been following his agent for a while. Dropped him a message and be like, all right, if you're in Brom, I'll come take some pictures. Went down. Bangles didn't know at this point that I was going. He was probably looking at me the whole time like, who the fuck's this, taking pictures and stuff. Because it was just a meet and greet. And it was in those, them German doner kebabs. He's probably got to deal with them or something. But yeah, man, it was good. It was good vibes, music playing. Got to meet him, spoke to him, got some pictures. Connected on Instagram since too. So yeah, obviously big man, the price has gone up for me. But no, man, I mean, obviously, have you heard like his new album?
I haven't, no.
Have you heard Mera Na?
Yeah.
Sidhu Moosewala song?
Yeah.
I've heard the album and I've come to realise that he's putting like Punjabis on the map differently. Because you're listening, if you actually look at the track list of the Steel Banglez album, it's got some of the goats of the UK music industry. Gigs, Chipmunk, this, that. It's just like DWE, JK, Mist, Nines, just people. Like I'm just rolling.
That's mad mixture of people, JK, like yeah.
Bro, it's crazy. He's got everyone. Yeah, it's like the track list. I don't think many producers can do that. Like I'm thinking in America, DJ Khaled can do that, and he does do that. He gets all the big names together, your Drakes, blah blah blah, and he puts them in a list. Steel Banglez has done that for the UK. Now, whilst doing that, he's got songs where he's got like a voice note skit. And in the voice note skit, he's just made like a song of like on a fat beat. He's got people that have left him voice notes. A couple of them are from girls being like, oh, I love your accent. They're from abroad, this and the other. Then you've got his mum and dad, oh, pote sugar muggi liain shop to. Do you know what I mean? In Punjabi, like who else is doing that? Do you know what I mean?
That's creative. That's interesting.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then obviously he's collabed with Sidhu Moosewala, right? And he's brought Burna Boy onto that track. Yeah. So let's not forget, he made 47.
That's huge, yeah.
He made 47 with Mist
and
Stefflon Don.
That was the biggest, at that time when it came out with the Stefflon Don, like nobody expected, Moosewala with Mist and Stefflon Don. Like, you would never ever put those two together.
You would never.
Yeah. And then following that as well, when Sidhu Moosewala, Stefflon did another track with him. Yeah. Invincibles, I think it was called.
Yeah. And so, I actually heard an interview that Steel Banglez did, I think it was on BBC Asian Network. And he said, and the question was asked to him, have you got more Sidhu Moosewala tracks? He said, there'll be more coming. He said, but they've got to be packaged in the right way. He said, first we did it with Mist and Stefflon Don, that was a level. He's like, now I brought in Burna Boy, who's a top 10 worldwide artist. We took it to another level.
Yeah.
And he's like, the next one has to hit the other level. And I'm just thinking, the only people that could be is like Drake.
Yeah.
Drake, you know, Weeknd, maybe Nav, you know, them Toronto boys. For me, that's what the next level is. And we've seen Drake wear t-shirts with Sidhu Moosewala on there and stuff, so who knows, man, but... Yeah,
I think that it was already in the works, and there was rumours before Sidhu Moosewala died anyway. Not rumours, but it was quite clear that they were probably doing something together. So I think they probably dropped...
I'm normally not a fan of posthumous work. You know, when like Pop Smoke albums are released, etc. But this seems different, man. This is actually working. Okay. But yeah, man, I think that's pretty much all of it from me. Was there anything else from you? Just a quick roundup for you guys. If you enjoyed it, then drop a comment. If you didn't, then sorry for wasting 30 minutes of your life. All right, catch you for the next episode. Bye.